Hello Internet, this is JonTaun from Total Brohammer, and it's time for some Mortal Empires. So, we are going with my favorite faction against the Dark Elves. Interesting. A matchup I've really been wanting to try out. So let's grab my favorite lord here, the boss. Let's see what he's got here. Hold the line, press the weak, normal. Just cut that. So he's got a new item here, the White Cloak of Ulrich. Minus 9 melee attack and minus 6% speed. Yes please, we'll take that. Middleland Runefang for passive regeneration would be fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab a Light Wizard. Don't need that since we're not fighting undead. And we are just going to grab the Net of Ammontok here, methinks. We'll we'll grab his items as well, so that we can reduce our cast times. So, what do we want against the Dark Elves? So they're probably going to bring quite a lot of armored. Most of the things that the Dark Elves have are armored, in fact. We'll bring 2 flagellants, a couple fodder swordsmen, a couple fodder spearmen, and we'll definitely want the silver bullets, and probably some handgunners as well. So cavalry. Cavalry. And do we want artillery? This map is pretty open in the middle, but I think we're gonna forego artillery. You know what? Hammer witches, let's do it. And what else do I want? What do I want to bring for Cav? Do they have anything that's weak to fire damage? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just bring 1 Reiksguard. That looks good to me. Alright guys, so I've never done this matchup before, obviously. This is my first 1v1 in Mortal Empires. So, Empire against Dark Elves. I got a cannon here, which would be able to shoot down any cold ones they have. Maybe Malekith. Got some Reiksguard, which have always been great for, did they get a debuff on their charge bonus? I think they did. Maybe not. Not 100% sure on that one. But they have really good weapon strength. That's why they're so cost effective. 120 armor too. Some spears to help with any cav that they may have. Flagellants will be able to take down any lightly armored units they have. So I'm really going to have to use my great swords and my Reiksguard to take down all those Blackheart Corsairs. So Blackheart Corsairs will do fantastic against my swordsmen and my flagellants. So we'll see how this goes, guys. Looks like my opponent Nick here is ready, so let's ready up and get into this. Very excited. Empire is my favorite faction, guys. You're going to see a lot of them. I'm thinking about doing an Empire army guide for multiplayer. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. And we're on the Black Forest here. So, maybe I shouldn't have brought artillery. I thought the deployments was going to be north to south, but it is not. So he can just go through all the woods if he wants. But we'll see what happens here. I doubt he'll have his entire army in the woods. So, yes, the boss is here and he is ready to kill. I don't remember how expensive Boris was in the last game once you gave him everything he needed. I think he was like 2100, so it was a little bit more expensive with that new item. But it seems worth it. So we're going to try it out here. Boris just debuffs everybody around him. It's really good. Plus the passive regeneration. He's a really good lord choice. Probably the best lord choice for the Empire, in my opinion. The safest, at least. So the Net of Ammontok isn't going to be quite as good. We have a channeling staff now, and you can see it's only minus 15 to ability recharge time. So, the Warhammer 1 net, where you could cast it, and then use your scroll of power, and then cast it immediately again, that's gone, people. And also, it costs more and doesn't last quite as long. So, the Net of Ammontok did get some nerfs, probably warranted, but it is still a very powerful tool. Alright, so for our front line, we're going to have a mix of swordsmen and great swords here. And let's stagger them a little bit so we don't get hit by any wind spells or anything like that. And we're going to put our gunners right here in the center. We're going to put these guys over on the right side as they are hidden. We're going to use them independently with our cavalry, in fact. So let's make sure to put them on guard mode. We do not want them chasing. And we are looking good. So let's just spread our spearmen out around all over the place. And we are going to use these flagellants to hopefully get on dread spears or bleak sword. That's what they are here for. Our swordsmen are up in the front. They have bronze shields and are pretty much fodder, so hopefully they'll take any initial fire we have. And we gotta make sure that Boris does not have to fight Malekith on his Black Dragon alone. He needs to be in support of the rest of these guys here. So what do we got here? Bleak Swords, some Hargoneth Executioners, so we should be able to beat his infantry pretty handedly. I'm trying to add up. I'm not sure this is all his army. He must have something in the forest. So let's just go see here. And it looks like we may get some shots on Malekith. Yeah, we do get a contact. So that's good. And it looks like he is advancing since we have the artillery advantage, so we are going to have this hill. That is good. Let's try to get on more of the slope here. And let's bring these guys back. And get ready for an overcasted net if he gets in range. Nope, looks like he's running. Good, he should run. Let's have you guys shoot at them. You guys over here, you guys over here, you guys over here. Yes, yes. Let's have you guys over here, and we're just going to keep our spears back here. Move these guys up. And pull our spears in. So let's have you also shoot at the Hargoneth Executioners. And everyone shoot at this guy. And let's net him down. And get the Boris on him. So what did he say? So we gotta just make sure he doesn't get anything in our back line though. And it looks like we look at that damage we're doing on Malekith, guys. So the old combo is back of the net and gunners here. So that is good. Let's fall back here. And let's bring our Reichsguard back. Look how powerful that is, guys. Let's get another charge in here. And okay, there's his Dark Riders. I was expecting such a thing. So let's go running through these guys, and we are finishing off this guy over here. So let's move these guys over here, and we are going to be in position to block him. So what we need to do is we need to get on these archers, that's for sure. We are breaking through the front line here. It's like the cavalry charges, our guys were able to... Oh, let's get you guys out of here, and let's get you guys moving as well. Let's get y'all over here, and have y'all over here. So they're going to get into these guys, and wow, they did a lot of damage on the charge. So we're doing pretty good in the front line here. Ooh, look, and I had a third one even. So I was not expecting that. So let's get our gunners out of here. And let's get all these guys in here. So what do we got going on here? Let's get into these guys. Let's jump on these. And we're doing pretty good here. They got into all our guns, which is not good, but we are going to... Let's get back on our cannons, first of all. Are we on our cannons? Oh, I got spearmen, not a... Alright, let's get our cannon and start shooting at these Hargoneth Executioners. So let's run into the back of these guys, see if we can get them terror routed here. Let's pull back our Reichsguard. And do we need a net anywhere? I don't think so right now. Let's just keep on shooting at these Hargoneth Executioners. And let's run into the back of these big swords. Get these spearmen over here, and we're doing good. So let's do a charge on those Hargoneth Executioners. Let's get our spearmen down here. We want them protecting our gunners. Oh, look how close my guys got. And that's going to be that, guys. So y'all can see the combination of gunpowder units, and the net is back. Malekith went down, and he went down hard. So let's see how we did here. Boris did pretty good. Got a lot of damage on Malekith, as well as our gunners. As you see, they didn't get a lot of kills, but the fact that the Silver Bullets put out so much damage, and they're hidden, is just crazy. With the net of Ammontok, that just completely destroyed his very expensive lord. As far as his infantry did, his Bleak Swords did pretty well against our swordsmen, but our swordsmen did better than I thought they would, to be quite honest. That was with the help of the Reichsguard charge. Fladwins did well against their Bleak Swords and their Dread Spears. That's to be expected. Our Great Swords did pretty good all around. They didn't do quite as good as I hoped. Witch Elves did more damage to them than I expected, to be honest, being that they're so heavily armored. But they did good. They did their job. Right Scar did a ton of damage, just charging around, taking out a bunch of Dark Riders. I like all the Dark Riders. He just should have sent them in earlier, and that could have been a lot more useful. Like when Malekith got netted, they needed to be there. That's when they needed to be there. But good game to my opponent Nick here. His Hargonath Executioners did well, and his Witch Elves also did fairly well considering they were fighting up against Great Swords, which are pretty much a hard counter team. So that's going to be all for this one, guys. This is JonTaun for Total Brohammer signing out.